Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Film Fanatics. We've watched The Crown this week as well, just to catch up because we missed a session because some of us were ill and etc. Anyway, we're basically just going to give our review and our personal opinions on the Netflix series The Crown. We started off by watching the first episode of season 1. We know that there is a second season and how... I've watched I've watched all of season 1 and I started season 2, but I think I'm the only person that's watched the most. I've watched the most out of everybody here.
Everyone else watched that one episode.
But anyway. But I'm just gonna give my thoughts and then let everyone else kind of say their piece. So I really like The Crown. I'm not a royalist and I'm not a massive fan of the Queen in general, but I really did quite like this series just because I've never really thought about how long she's been like a reigning monarch, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to see her story. It came out 2016, the first season, so I remember watching it, and it is really well made. The quality and everything about it, the detail that they've gone into to make sure that everything is as similar to the real thing. Obviously they couldn't film in Buckingham Palace. I don't really think the Queen would have let that happen. So there are videos, so I've done a blog already about the Crown already, but there was, so I put some links and videos of how they use green screens on sets to make out there was a crowd of this many people coming to watch her and her coronation, everything. They manipulated scenes with green screens for when they wanted to create that volume of people, because there would just be hundreds of thousands of people when she was coronated, when she was waving from the balcony, and they wouldn't be able to get that many extras. It would cost a lot of money, but all the detail that they go into to making it look from that time period, I think that's quite impressive. So make it look like that time period, and I really like it. Claire Foy is amazing. I think she's done such a good representation of the Queen, but her role is going to be reincarnated by a new actress, and that's how the role is going to be going on, because obviously they want to show how she is now. It started off where she's young and she's just met Philip and she's going to marry him and they have children, so obviously she's not that young now if we catch up to the 2018 version. So I think as the show progresses they're going to be showing how she's aged. I like it, but I know that some of you weren't so keen on it.
No.
So do you want to say why you didn't like it?
Well, I've only seen the one episode of season 1. I did, as a musician, I can appreciate how well they filmed it, and the way they tell the story is really good. And the actors portray it, you feel like that is the story and the Queen that's real. However, I'm not into history or anything, and I found it quite hard to watch and to follow. Had to keep going back. I've rewatched it since and I still can't completely follow the episode.
Same, I didn't really enjoy it. It kind of reminded me of Downton Abbey. It had that historical feel to it, and I'm not really for the royal family. I don't keep up with them. I don't keep up with the royal family.
The royals.
I don't.
Special on E.
So and I kind of.
Who ate my salad? Can you imagine?
Let us speak.
I did find it hard to know which one, who is which. So who's representing who. So I kind of had to pause and go and Google and research. Okay, so he's playing Philip. And so
They do use them by their names. So
I know, but I didn't know who was who.
I feel it's more you don't know what the character's about rather than not knowing. Because if you say that's the Queen, you know that's the Queen, and you know the roles. I think I get what you're saying, but I wouldn't say it was it's not like a history documentary. It's like an entertainment program, really. So I think if you're just not into that style,
and I feel I don't really, not to sound rude, but I don't really care of how she become Queen. I don't care the background of it.
I think it's quite interesting because I'm not a royalist, so I'm not someone who's a massive fan of the Queen. I don't love the royal family, but I just think it's interesting because I never realised at such a young age, so from the age of 10 years old, she knew that if she was going to become Queen, one of her family members was going to have to die. And I think that's quite a lot of pressure for a little girl because at the end of the day, she was a child at that
Yes.
point. So it's realising how much she's actually been through, and I think she knows that her son Charles was never going to be king because he wasn't liked by the people. So she's had this really hard job of having to stay queen for all this period of time, so that Charles doesn't become, you know, to hold off Charles being in power for as long as possible. And it's not like the royals have any power as such, like they don't rule the way that they used to, but obviously they do have, if they're not likeable, it does affect, you know, how much money they can get from the taxpayer to pay for certain people's weddings, like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. So like, do you know what I mean? I wonder if they'll bring that in, you know, how long they'll keep the crown going. Bring Meghan Markle in. It might have to take a while to catch up. Yeah, what did you think?
I wasn't very interested.
You weren't into it either?
No.
It's just me that likes the crown. I'm just for us.
I'm just not into that kind of TV shows.
No, you like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I do.
You love Brooklyn
Yeah, I
Nine-Nine.
do.
We didn't watch that,
But you should.
if you, you should have been. I don't know, I just feel like it's just such a massive, I don't know, I just feel like they've done such a good job of it, like the attention to detail from, you know, like set locations to the costume, the hair, the accent. I mean, Claire Foy is originally from Manchester, so she said it took her such a long time to say one like the Queen, because we say one, and the Queen goes, and he's like, one. I can't do it, I feel like I should don't have my phone, but she's like, one. And she's like, it was really hard for her to try to like,
I know what you mean though,
going.
she has a really weird accent.
yeah, because the Queen, like, she doesn't speak like we do. Like, it's like her voice hasn't like travelled. No, but old people, my grandma's old and she does not speak like that. Like, you know, like your relatives that have like
No, but
that are the
like-
same similar age to her and have grown up in that generation. Like, she is the only person that speaks like
But she's
her.
come from like a Victorian age.
But you think she might like adapt and say one? Like, you
I don't think she
one.
has. I mean, she's really just grown up in a
Wow.
castle, staying on a channel.
Grown up in a castle. It's actually a palace, Buckingham Palace.
Okay, whatever.
She does have a winter castle though, to be fair, so maybe, I don't know, depends where she likes
My
chilling.
point is, she didn't really experience the outside.
No, but I think you do see though the strain that she had. Like,
Yeah.
Philip was basically, he was horrible to her. Like, that's one thing I learned from The Crown, was just how bad he was.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he had I think the biggest thing he had to deal with was, it's his wife, but she's also his queen, and he was like, he said, I just remember one of the lines being like, don't make me bow down to you, and she went, to make an exception for me, and she goes, no, I am your queen as your wife. He's like, you know, you should be my wife over my queen, and she said, and I think that just like kind of like she was being sassy. I think it like annoyed her, so she was like, no, you have to bow down to me because I'm the queen.
I'd be annoyed too.
Because, and, you know, like, because he did, and they
Yeah.
slept in separate like quarters. They had their own separate bedrooms. So I do think like they didn't live like a normal married life at the young age that, you know, because they would have, you know, been like most newlyweds. They would have had that desire to be with each other and stuff. But I just don't feel like they had the opportunity to be romantic. And her family weren't supportive of her being married to Philip, because he had to, you know, he had to get rid of his own title from Greece. He had to like get rid of his title to be with her, and I think he always held that against her. I think that was something he really like spited her for, and you can see that in the programme, like how Matt Smith, who plays Prince Philip, how he feels about that. I feel like potentially part of him is just not really like accepting of the fact that she will always have like an authority over him, and he just, I don't know. I feel like normally men are supposed to wear the trousers in a relationship,
So I think
especially
that's what hurt
for
his
that time
ego
period.
more, because
Yeah,
his wife is more of a higher
Status.
status,
Yeah.
than he is. So it kind of just hurt his ego. So
Yeah,
And give it
definitely.
citizenship as well.
yeah.
I think everything just hurt him. Oh,
We have a
visitor.
visitor.
Hello.
Just checking out, so I'm alright for one.
Yeah.
Oh, dead.
Do we continue? Do we,
I don't know.
do we calm down?
I feel like we should just like wait and then we'll just.
I should be out of here in a second.
That's all right.
You'll look guilty.
Okay. let's just we'll cut that bit from when he comes in.
No, that was
So-
hilarious.
Well, maybe we'll just keep that in. We had a special visitor come in. He wanted to get involved.
I mean, we all went
I mean,
like
the
dead
camera
quiet.
the wrong way around thing.
Yeah, he went.
No, but I think our faces are all just going to be like.
But old people don't know technology.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Is anyone else got anything they want to say? Because we can just start and say. No. Okay. So yeah, that is our final review on The Crown. I really liked it. So 1 out of 4 of us liked the show. 3 out of 4 didn't. But it's
But
up
you
to
should still watch it.
I think
Yeah.
you should still watch it. Give,
Yeah.
Give
you never know.
recommendations a try.
Yeah, I think you should give it a try. If you don't like it, fair enough. But I do think that just the amount of effort that's gone into it, and it is continuing. There is going to be a season 3. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but there is going to be a season 3. Like, it's been confirmed. So if you do like the show, good news. It'll be coming out at some point, maybe next year. I don't know, end of this year. Who knows? But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like Film Fanatics and you are on the channel, feel free to go watch one of our other videos, and we'll see you in one of our other videos. Bye guys.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.